morning students. In the last session I explained exercise 1.1 of rational numbers. Now we will continue today with the question number 11. So this is a question number 11. What is it? Is subtraction is associative in the rational numbers? Explain with an example. So what is the associative property? Interchange the brackets in between the three numbers. If you interchange the brackets in between the same numbers, when you will simplify it, it will become same answer. So now, what is the question? By taking an example, explain the solution. So for example, solution. What is associative property? We should check A minus B minus C is equal to A minus of B minus C. Whether it is equal to or not. Now, first consider A minus B minus C. Now, let us take one example. ABC as example. 1 by 2, B is equal to 3 by 2, C is equal to 5 by 2. Let us take ABC values like this. So now, substitute these values in the left hand side. Means we considered already A minus B minus C. So A value is 1 by 2 minus B value is 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2. Already you know how to simplify this, right? 1 by 2 minus 3 minus 5 by 2. These two are like fractions, so that no need to go for LCM and all. So directly write the denominator as 3 minus 5 will be now 3 minus 5. What's the result? Minus 2 divided by 2. Now open this bracket. 1 by 2 minus this minus will become plus 2 by 2. Now the answer is 2, 3 by 2. We got answer as 3 by 1 plus 2. Don't add these two denominators. Don't write as 2 plus 2. We should write 2 as it is. What is the numerator? 1 plus 2, that is 3 by 2. So answer we got as 3 by 2. This is the left hand side. Now consider the RHS side. What is the RHS side? A minus B minus C. If you observe, just I interchange the brackets in between the three numbers. Now A value is 1 by 2, B value is minus 3 by 2, C value is 5 by 2. First we should simplify these two. 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2. So it will become minus 1 by 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2. This is minus 2 by 2 minus 5 by 2. These two are like fractions. We should write denominator as minus 2 minus 5. This is minus 7 by 2. So let's check whether we got the same answer or not in both cases. 3 by 2 we got in the LHS part. RHS part what we got? Minus 7 by 2. So from this what we conclude? LHS not equal to RHS. So here from this we can show that A minus B minus C not equal to, from this we can conclude that A minus B minus C not equal to A minus of A minus B. So from this we can conclude that, what is the conclusion? Rational numbers not satisfied associative property. Rational numbers not satisfied associative property under subtraction. So from this we can conclude that rational numbers not satisfy associative property under subtraction. Next, come to the next question. Verify that minus of minus x is equal to x. Verify in the sense we should prove LHS is equal to RHS. So here they mention the x values. X is equal to 2 by 15 and one more x is equal to minus 3 by 13 by 17. First consider the LHS side. What is LHS side? What is LHS side? Minus of minus x. So minus of minus x minus, this is minus, what is the x value? In the place of x only you will write. So what is the x value? This is 2 by 15. Now open this bracket. Minus into minus will become plus. The answer is plus 2 by 15. Next, similarly we will consider the RHS. What is the RHS part? Just x. What is the x value you got? 2 by 15. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Like this we can prove the LHS is equal to RHS. Come to the next question. Here explain question in the minus. So minus 13 by 7. Just I am replacing the place of x. So now here we have two brackets. We have to remove it first. First open this bracket. So minus it now. This minus you will write as it is. Open this bracket. Minus into minus will become plus 13 by 7. So now open this bracket. It will become minus 13 by 17. So what is your RHS? RHS is simply x. What is the x value here? Minus 13 by 7. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. So like this we will prove LHS is equal to RHS. 13th question, just I will read this question and I will explain the solution. Write the set of natural numbers which do not have any additive identity. What is additive identity actually? When you will add 0 to any number, answer is number itself. So what is the number which do not have 0 in the set? What is the set of the numbers which do not have 0? Additive identity in the sense 0 only now. So in which set we do not have 0. So that is natural number set. If you observe, in the whole number set we have 0, in the integer set we have 0, in the rational number set we have 0, but in the natural number set we do not have 0. What is the answer of that question? Natural number set. Next, the rational number that do not have any reciprocal. What is the reciprocal actually? When you will multiply two numbers, the answer will become 0. So that is also number 0 do not have the reciprocal. Number 0 do not have the reciprocal. So the number 0 do not have the reciprocal. So what is the answer here, sir? What is the answer of your question? Answer is 0. Next, the reciprocal of negative rational number, whether it is positive or negative. Reciprocal of negative rational number. So now see, what is the reciprocal? So 2 by 7. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 7? Reciprocal of 2 by 7 is minus 7 by 2. If you observe, this is also negative number. When you will write, this is also negative number. The reciprocal of negative number is also negative rational number only. So like this we will complete the exercise 1.1. If you have any doubts, I will explain later. Next, representation of rational numbers on the number line. Till now, you know already how to write the rational, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers on the number line. How to represent the integers on the number line. So, how to represent rational numbers on the number line? Rational numbers in the sense the numbers which are in the form of p by q. Q is not equal to 0. P comma q are integers, right? So p comma q are integers. The numbers which are in the form of p by q. Q is not equal to 0. P comma q are integers. So representation of rational numbers on the number line. How to represent the rational numbers on the number line? Now, representation of rational numbers on number line. So how to represent rational numbers on the number line? Let us I will explain by using one example. For example, represent 5 by 8 on the number line. Represent 5 by 8 on the number line. Represent 5 by 8 on the number line. How to represent it? So in the last class, means in the 7th class and 6th and 7th class, already know how to represent fractions on the number line. Now I am going to explain how to represent rational numbers on the number line. See here, denominator shows that how many parts we have to divide the number. Next, numerator shows that how many parts we have to select. So now if you observe, this 5 by 8 is proper fraction, right? This 5 by 8 is proper fraction. We have to check first by dividing this number. Here, 8 is the divisor, 5 is the dividend. Here, 5 is smaller than 8. So that we should get 0 decimal point and write 0 here. So 8 6 48. So from this number is lie between 5 by 8 is 5 by 8 is lie between 0 and 1. 5 by 8 is lie between 0 and 1. So now how to represent it? First draw the number line, write 0 and 1. Write 0 and 1. Now 5 by 8. So 5 by 8. It shows that in between 0 and we have to divide 8 equal parts. In between 0 and 1 we have to divide 8 equal parts. Let's see. This is one part, second part, third part, fourth part, fifth part, sixth part, seventh part. This is the 8th part. Now what is the numerator? Show that we have to select the 5th part from that. So we have to select 5th part from that. So this is first one, second, this is 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 5 by 8, this is 6 by 8, 7 by 8, this is 8 by 8. So what is our required number? This is 5 by 8. So in this way we can represent the rational numbers of the number line. So it is easy in the case of the smaller numbers, means proper fraction. If it is a negative number, if suppose it is a minus 5 by 8, how you will represent it in the same way? Here 0, this is minus 1 by 8, minus 2 by 8, minus 3 by 8, minus 4 by 8, minus 5 by 8. Like this we have to represent the number of the number line. So this is, if it is a negative number, we should move left side of 0. If it is a positive number, we should move right side of the 0. It is easy in the case of writing a number in the case of the proper fraction. Suppose if it is an improper fraction, what we have to do? If it is an improper fraction, if it is an improper fraction, what we have to do? For example, represent 29 by 6 on the number line. 29 by 6 on the number line. How to represent it? Before question we have only 5 by 8, means we have to divide 8 equal parts. From that we have to select 5 parts. But here denominator is smaller than the numerator. How we will do this? Here we can divide 6 equal parts, but we should not able to take 29 parts from that. So in these cases we have to solve the solutions like this. First represent 29 by 6 on the number line. 29 by 6 on the number line. First convert this 29 by 6 into the mixed fraction. Already you know how to do the mixed fraction. Take 29, this is the dividend. What is the divisor here? 6. Take the 6 table. 6 4s are 24. 6 5s are 30. 6 4s are 24. 5. So write the mixed fraction. What is the mixed fraction? 29 by 6. How we will write this? Six 4s are 24 plus 5, 29. So this is a mixed fraction. Quotient, remainder by divisor. So now from this you can understand that this number is lie between 4 and 5. So first draw a number line. Don't forget to keep the arrow marks on both sides. This number is lie between 4 up. This number is in between 4 and after 4 we do. So write 4 here and 5. Now here what is the denominator? Denominator is 6. We have to divide this in between this 4 and 5 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what is the numerator here? 5. So we have to select the 5th part. So this is 2 by 6, 4 3 by 6, 4 4 by 6. This is 4 5 by 6. So what is your representation? This is 29 by 6. Actually, this 5 will be 30 by 6 no. So 30 by 6 is nothing but 5. So what is our representation? This is our representation. If it is a proper fraction, we can do directly. If it is an improper fraction, we should follow the same method. Suppose if it is minus 29 by 6. So how we will follow? We should move to the left side of 0. So like this you can continue. You have few problems in the exercises. You can do yourself. Thank you.